Paul Gencarella here from Mindset Mastery. I happen to be a speaker and a coach in the self-improvement industry. And I'm not really in my element right now. I'm upstairs in my house. Nobody's around, but the lighting's a little bit better up here, and it's a little bit different. So you get some background to see, although you see those pictures in the background? Those are my kids. And my wife didn't want me to show the kids. And I said, why? Are you afraid they're going to get kidnapped or something? And she said, no, Eliza doesn't want to see herself on social media because she hates that picture of herself, and I happen to love it. I said, okay. So, I'm not going to purposely try to, she wanted me to put the pictures down on the shelf. And I think it's just crazy. So I'm going to stand like this. So I satisfy my wife's request. And I'll have to go edge over like this. Listen, what I'm talking about today is nothing different than I've talked about in the past. But what I want to kind of drive home here is I want to help people establish their goals and then help them or show them how to achieve them. But believe it or not, being in this business now for this specific business for over 2 years, it really is remarkable, but it's also not remarkable about how many folks that I've talked to on a day in and day out basis don't have a goal or a major desire or aspiration other than, yeah, I'd like to be financially free. I'd like, there to be peace and harmony in my life. I'd like to be healthy. Those are great, but they need to be specific. The universe here knows nothing other than precision and, of an actual law. Just like the law of gravity, if I drop this pen, which I don't have in my hand, it'll fall down. That's the way the laws of the universe work. And I'm starting to see that now, understanding how someone dead broke financially can be making 7-8 figures a year, as well as a person such as myself that was living in a psychiatric institution in 2018, and again in 2019, find themselves being on, I don't want to say suicide watch, but just not wanting to live, can then be doing the things that they love and loving the things that they do. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have a process, specifically myself. Nothing's always hunky-dory and wonderful, but I happen to be upbeat and positive. And when I wasn't that way in 2018 and 2019 for those 2 years, it was detrimental to me. I just couldn't figure it out why I couldn't snap out of it, so to speak. And that's the challenge that a lot of people in society have. And it's not those just diagnosed with a mental illness. It's mental challenges in general. Stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, worry, whatever it may be, anxiety about bills, anxiety about relationships, anxiety about their careers. And until you really get a grasp of that and understand that, things are going to be out of your grips. And dare I say, coming from a very passionate Catholic background, I go to church every day. I'm a passionate Catholic, but I'm also a passionate sinner, unfortunately. But in all seriousness, that brings light to my faith as well. My mental illness helped my faith. My faith didn't necessarily help my mental illness. And that was enlightening to me, because I knew at the time, I just couldn't, it was too depressed to pray, to read, to watch TV, to almost have a conversation. It was just a mess. But when I studied personal growth and development, that's when I really understood how everything works. And most of us out there in the audience, they don't know what it takes. They have limited beliefs, like, yeah, that's good. I probably could do that. No, go to something illogical in a certain respect. Illogical in the sense that you want it, but you just don't think it's logical. The Wright brothers, they wanted to fly airplanes into the sky. That was illogical. It didn't make any sense, but it did to them. Just like, what, 1,500 years ago? No, it was not even 1,500 years ago. What was it, 500 years ago? People thought and confirmed that the world, the earth was flat. Now, my kids come back from college saying that it is, but that's another story altogether. What's truly inspiring about this material that I study every single day and that I provide others is that it gives you a purpose. And having a purpose in life is truly invigorating. It really is. It's one thing to do a task, to do a live video and everything when you know you have to do it. But it's another thing when you know you want to do it because of what it does for you, this material, and what it can do for you, all of you. And I'm sure all of you have experienced a bump in a good way, an increase by studying this material. But I have a program that can not only help you, but it will also show you what's inside of here, and I bring it out. I didn't realize anything that I wanted out there was already in here, or should I say in my imagination. And that's what I want to illustrate to you today, and drive home today. I'm going to jump off right now. We have some comments here. Hey, big boy. Oh gosh, this is great. I like this. We have some infiltrators on the live, but I want you to take what I said on this video and let it resonate with you, and then think about what it is that you would love to do, love to have, love to be. And then I can show you through this material how to get it. My name again is Paul Gencarella, Mindset Mastery, and I can be reached at mindsetmasterywealth.com. And we'll check in with you folks in a little bit. In the meantime, be well, stay well. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.